Yes, I was going to jump in there, and one of the things that we were talking about earlier, actually just yesterday, was that a lot of the vision around blockchains 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, were, hey, there's going to be interoperability, and everybody was like, well, why? Nobody can answer the why. They're like, wow, wouldn't it just be cool? I was like, well, nobody's really using blockchain as it is, and there started to become these factions that existed where ecosystems acted in silo, and they're put in competition of each other because, well, just build everything on Ethereum. And we didn't, and that seemed pretty reasonable. It seemed like smart contracts are good. And then you start building an ecosystem around the financial institution around decentralized financing. And you're already seeing barriers where it's like, wow, all of our value is captured in this one ecosystem. I don't want to just put all my cards into one ecosystem, all my chips into one ecosystem. And so the mindset that's shifting with the top 20 tokens that are out there that we're in those conversations around are, we need to connect to other ecosystems, and we don't really know why, but we're starting to see a reason why, because you're transferring or transmitting value between each ecosystem. And so if you take this idea that was once interoperability and why does it need to exist, we're now entering 2021 is the year that we know that interoperability needs to exist because it's so expensive to transfer value between different wallets, between different entities. And so if you look at centralized exchanges as that beacon of where you could almost say interoperability exists, right? You can transfer in KuCoin, you can transfer DAG into USDT, into ETH, into Bitcoin. You're transferring into you're transmitting value into different worlds, but centralized exchanges are dictating where you can transfer your value. It's becoming a bottleneck to the wider ecosystem from flourishing. And so now you have this complete mindset shift that's happening between massive main chains that are saying, hey, we need to connect directly. And DeFi has actually been that kind of catalyst for this revolution to happen, because of the financial layer the financial UI that needs to exist between other ecosystems. And so you're starting to see the reason that we don't know why somebody's going to want to go from DAG to Polkadot. Maybe they want to use their consensus model around proof of staking, and they find security, and that's kind of meets their business needs. Or maybe they want to transfer their value, people in Polkadot want to transfer their value into DAG because they see the world of data and securing data and building data applications as the next big thing. And the current bottleneck is actually centralized exchanges. They have a great use and great purpose for us being able to hedge our bets, engage, and say, hey, I believe in this ecosystem, I believe in another, but we're now starting to see expansion of that vision.
Exactly, and in extension to what Ben said, and each of these ecosystems, they solve specific issues, and the hypergraph and Constellation, that is the meeting place for all of them. That's where everybody meets, and maybe IOTA comes up with a DeFi solution that attracts a lot of capital and a lot of excitement. Now, can you tap into that very easily? And if you have that in a decentralized way through Lattice, then Lattice becomes that cornerstone where value is being transacted completely decentralized. And that's a very different paradigm shift to what we have. Like Ben said, now an exchange dictates through their listing fees, through their policies, who's sitting at which position if you're allowed to play the game. Now, maybe you have a value proposition that is, that those guys just don't understand, or you're not just big enough, but that basically keeps you outside of the entire blockchain ecosystem, and Lattice will change that.